Hola, clase. Señora Sayama here. Sorry it's a little bit late, but I wanted to send you a video for what we would have covered in class today. Teachers were at training this morning, so just wanted to give you a flipped recording of what we would have done had we been able to meet. So we're in Unit 12, and this unit is going to be about la salud. So esta semana en Español 3 estamos en Unidad 12. Ustedes tienen que hacer las actividades en día 1, día 2, 3, 4, y 5. You also have graded assignments this week. On Thursday, you have a reading quiz, and on Friday, a grammar quiz. Now, we are doing today's class flipped. Thursday, I will meet with you, and we will talk about the second part of the grammar. Okay, guys, so I will share this in the announcements with the video so you have a live link, but this is the link to your Quizlet for this unit. So take some time and head out to the Quizlet link and practice. If you want to pause this recording and head out and do that now, that would be great. If not, you can just practice after the recording. Do you need to review some of your medical or health words from Spanish 1 and Spanish 2? Maybe you're not sure, you can't remember the body parts, you just aren't sure. You can find all of those in the OHS for day 1. Okay, have all those out there for you for Dia Uno in the OHS. So today we're going to talk about commands. I know you can work on the vocabulary and we will work on it in class and we will also work on it in the OHS. But I wanted to make sure that you had an understanding of commands. Everybody's seen the Chick-fil-A cows, come más pollo, eat more chicken. They're giving us a command here. They're being bossy. We use commands to boss people around, to tell them what to do. It is a command, a mandate. In Spanish, we call them mandatos. There are two kinds of commands in Spanish. Again, Spanish also uses the word mandatos. Informal two commands, which you're telling one person what to do, a person you would address as two. Formal commands, where you're telling one person what to do if it's someone you would address as usted, so if you're bossing me around. But we also use formal commands, ustedes commands, to tell more than one person what to do. Sort of the, hey, you guys, do this. Hey, you all, do this. The you plural, ustedes form. Today we're going to cover informal commands. I will cover formal commands with you live on Thursday. So let's look at informal affirmative commands. These are the do this command. You're going to talk to one person and you're going to tell them what to do. Do this, okay? I'm sure if I ask you right now, raise your hand if you have ever received a command. I'm sure you have. Get up, do your homework, brush your teeth, clean the table, wash the dishes. These are all affirmative commands. They're telling you to do something, and that's what we're going to look at today. The good news is it is so easy to make informal two commands. Basically, you put the verb in the he, she form. Yes, I know you're talking to one person in the to, but to make a command, you put the verb in the he, she form and you leave it alone. That's it. That's all. Let's look at a few. Write in Spanish. If I wanted to tell you, John, write in Spanish, I would say, John, escribe en español. Escribe. I just put the verb in the he, she form. That's all I do. Wash the dishes. Lava los platos. If I wanted to tell my son to wash the dishes, I would say, Mi hijo, lava los platos. Wash the dishes. Take a bath. Báñate. Now, bathe yourself. Bañarse is reflexive. So let's take a moment and look at this. Báñate. I'm giving the command to you. I'm saying bathe yourself. Go take a bath. So I put it in the he, she form, baña, and then I take my pronoun, my reflexive pronoun, and I glue it on the end. Báñate. Okay? Same thing with object pronouns. Call me. Call whom? Me. So I take my command, llamar is my verb, and I put it in the he, she form, llama. Call whom? Me. And I put my object pronoun glued to the end. So we can glue our pronouns, reflexive and object pronouns, to the end of an affirmative command. Bañete. Llámame. Okay? So let's practice con los mandatos. Practica con los mandatos. Practice, that's a command, with the commands. Clean your room. If limpiar is to clean, all I have to do is put it in the he, she form, so it becomes limpia tu dormitorio. Now you try this one. Eat more vegetables. Comer is to eat. So how am I going to say eat more vegetables? Pause the recording if you need more time. Come más verduras. Come. I just put the verb in the he, she form. Drink water. Beber is my verb for to drink. If you need more time, pause the recording. But drink water, I'm not sure why there's an accent on water. But drink water would be bebe agua. Wake up early. Now this is a reflexive verb. Okay, despertarse is a reflexive verb. It's also a stem changer. Okay, so we're going to the he, she form, so it will show the stem change. Despiértate. Despierta is the verb and te is the pronoun yourself. So wake yourself up early. Okay, despiértate temprano. Now I had to add the accent mark in there so it sounds like despierta, because without that, when I add the syllable with the te, it would be despiertate. Despiertate does not sound like despierta. So I add the accent, despiértate. Sleep 8 hours. Now I'm going to the he, she form. This is dormir is a stem changer. The he, she form will show the stem change. Duerme. Duerme 8 horas cada noche. Duerme. So there are some irregulars. These irregulars kill me. So somebody came up with a great way to practice these irregulars. And you have to, Vin Diesel has 10 weapons, but you got to say it in like this weird accent. You have to say, Vin Diesel has 10 weapons, Okay, that is total cheese, and I know you guys are like, what? Vin Diesel has 10 weapons, And it helps you remember ven from venir, to come, di from decir, to tell, sal from salir, to leave or to go out, as, Vin Diesel as is from hacer, to do or to make, ten from tener, ve from ear, and pon from put, poner, and se from ser, to be. So Vin Diesel as ten weapons, If it helps you, it helps you. If not, just memorize the irregulars. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to take a minute, pause the recording, and see if you can figure these out. Come to my house at 6. Tell me when you finish the test. Leave the house at 7. Exercise. Now remember, with exercise we use hacer ejercicios. Make the bed. Again, that's with hacer. And then put your shoes in the closet. How would you make these commands? Pause the recording, and when you're ready to check your work, just hit play. All right, so come to my house at 6. Ven a mi casa a las 6. Ven. Tell me when you finish the test. Dime. Now tell me. D is your command. Me is your object pronoun. Tell whom? Me. Dime cuando terminas el examen. Leave the house at 7. Sal de la casa a las 7. Remember, we use hacer ejercicios for exercise. Haz ejercicios. Haz la cama. Pon tus zapatos en el armario. I hope you guys did great on that. I'm pretty sure you did. Okay, so I think you've pretty much mastered how to tell somebody what to do. But we also have to be able to tell somebody what not to do. Negative commands. Listen, I have a toddler, so I give negative commands all day long. What not to do. But this is my favorite negative command. No sigas el láser, Carl. Eso es lo que los humanos quieren. No sigas el láser, Carl. Eso es lo que los humanos quieren. So hopefully you figured that one out. They're cats, so if you know anything about cats, you know they love to chase lasers. So I thought it was kind of cute. And it used a negative command. So negative commands are a little different. And we're learning this right now because next week we're going to learn the subjunctive, and this is going to be huge in learning the subjunctive. So negative to commands. You take the verb and you go to the yo form. Then you take the verb in the yo form and you drop the O. So the verb in the yo form minus the O plus the opposite ending. So AR verbs are going to get an ES. No bailes, no tomes, no te levantes. ER and IR verbs are going to end in AS. No comas, no escribas. If there's a spelling change in the yo form present tense, this is also going to show up in the negative to command. For example, from the verb pensar, no pienses. From the verb recordar, no recuerdes. No vuelvas, no pongas, no digas, no conduzcas, no salgas, no tengas, right? We also have to be careful with car-gars, and we're going to look at those in a minute. And there are some irregulars. But let's take another look at making negative to commands. So basically, there are a few steps. Step 1 is you go to the yo form present tense. Step 2 is you're going to drop the O. Step 3, you add the opposite to form ending. So if it's an AR verb, it's going to get an ES. If it's an ER or an IR verb, you're going to add AS. Step 4, put a no in front. So we have dormir, which is duermo in the yo form, minus the O. Since it's an IR verb, we're going to add AS, then we're going to add the no. No duermas en clase. No duermas. So let's do a practice. But we have to watch out for the car-gars-ars, just like with the imperfect. Just like with the preterite, car-gars-ars are always going to be a little bit weird. So for commands, the car-gars-ars, car is going to end in Q-U-E-S, gar, G-U-E-S, and zar, C-E-S. So let's look at this one. To play is jugar. We know the yo form is juego, right? So juego, but we're going to have to change it to G-U-E-S. So it becomes no juegues fútbol en la casa. And the reason we have to change it is if we put the opposite there, if we just put ES, it wouldn't keep that g sound. It wouldn't say no juegues. It would say no juegues. Juegues. What in the world? So we keep that G by adding the U. So no juegas, no juegues fútbol en la casa. Don't touch my phone. Tocar is to touch. So we're going to take tocar, the yo form's toco, but because it's a car verb, we're going to put Q-U-E-S. Otherwise, it says no toses. So we want to keep that k sound. So we say, no toques mi celular. I didn't know this was a thing. Apparently, this is a thing. I'm sure you guys know. I didn't know that. No toques mi celular. There are a few irregulars, and if you look at these, someone had said, think sides, ser, ir, dar, estar, saber. Guys, listen to me. When you're making a negative to command, you go to the yo form and you drop the O. When these verbs go to the yo form, they don't end in O. Soy, voy, doy, estoy, and se. They don't end in O. So you can't take the O away. That's why these are irregular.